Well, this is great.
Oh, my.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you.
It cuts, dices, purees, even whips.
Well, whipping's good, I guess.
Well, it's practical.
I think it's just great, Miss Jackson. This is going to be such a big help in my kitchen. I think I'll put it in there right now.
I think I'll help you.
Well, finally. Hope y'all like takeout. No, keep.
Oh, well, isn't that just great? 5 days before the wedding and our mothers still aren't speaking.
Did you notice they didn't even make eye contact all evening?
I don't know what to do anymore.
Me neither.
Well, the natives are hungry.
Need any help? I guess Ajoni went to go check on Emmett, and I suddenly found myself in a room with some very unhappy women.
Welcome to the family.
All right, ladies, come and get it. Hey, soup's on.
Okay, does anybody have any ideas how we're going to get through dinner with Scarlett O'Hara and Sojourner Truth in there?
If I knew that, I'd know how to start my argument on reparations.
Reparations? Where is that coming from?
Well, Maxine Raymond came by to see me, you know, from the slave cemetery trial, and she had a historical scrapbook which had in it an insurance invoice dating back to 1860. Her ancestors were listed below the horses.
Yes, well, of course they were. They weren't seen as people, only property.
Hey, but Rene, to make an argument for reparations legally is...
Reparations? Who's on the public dole now?
Certainly not African Americans.
Oh, those kind of reparations. I read something about that somewhere. Sounds like a long shot to me.
Why do you think reparations are going to be a long shot?
Look, there is no way in hell that you are going to get every white person in this country to write every black person in this country a check, and even if it is the right thing to do.
Yeah, Collier, this is not just about money. There are lots of ways this country can atone for slavery. Let's start with an apology.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, here you go. One for you, and one for you. Now we're square. Can we eat?
If you go through with this, this is exactly the sort of thing you're going to be dealing with.
Any day now, I will hear you say goodbye, my love, and you'll be on your way. Then my wild, beautiful bird, you will have flown. It isn't now, I'll be all alone.
You've done a lot of stupid things, Collier, but tonight takes the cake.
I was making a joke, Mary Elizabeth.
I didn't see anybody laughing.
Oh, Mary Elizabeth, I got a couple chuckles out of Turk.
Oh, come on, Rene. I mean, you have to admit it was funny.
I don't think there's anything funny about giving $20 bills to all the black people in the room. I love Collier Sims, but tonight he was nothing but a horse's
Ass. Go ahead and say it. You think I was being an ass.
If it'd been anybody else, they would have called you a racist.
I wasn't being a racist. I was just making light of a subject that is never going to happen in our lifetime.
You don't know that.
What white person is going to pay for something that they had no direct part in?
That's not the point. It's about righting a wrong. This country was built on the backs of slaves. Hell, they even built a Capitol in D.C.
Oh, so now you want black people to play the victim so that the government or a group of white people can say, I'm sorry?
Sorry for what? Tell them the truth?
Insulting our friends, for starters, I want you to call them right now and apologize.
Oh.
You know, just the thought of some white person apologizing for slavery offends me.
Offends
You
you?
know, I don't even know why you're doing this, Rene. I mean, don't you have your hands full enough with the wedding? Baby, we haven't even started to write our vows.
You're right, the vows.
Yeah, but when?
Fine, let's do them now.
You're gonna do what?
I'm leaving with Grandma Otis to Atlantic City.
Over my dead body.
But, Mama, this is important. Now is protesting the Miss America pageant.
Then let them protest, but you're not going, and that's that.
I'm going where?
Your mother is trying to drag your daughter to Atlantic City to protest Miss America.
What's wrong with Miss America?
Well, nothing if you're okay with the objectification of women.
The what?
Did you hear that? Did you hear what your mother is teaching her?
I'm leaving Birmingham and moving to California.
Is this some kind of joke?
Oh, no, Daddy, it's not. I've thought long and hard, and I'm moving to Hollywood and becoming a famous actress.
And what makes you think you can act, young lady?
Oh, well, if it doesn't work out, I'll just just marry somebody rich. Whichever comes first.
Don't slouch, Rene, and stand up straight.
I am standing up straight.
Then stand straighter.
Mama,
These judges are looking for any excuse to throw you out. You are the first Negro applicant, and they're going to be hard on you.
I know that, but do we have to keep going over and over the same questions? I'm tired.
Tired? This was your idea to forego the black junior miss and enter the Miss Camellia pageant.
Rene, Mr. and Mrs. Jackson.
Come in, Mary Elizabeth.
Is something wrong?
Teresa's moving to Hollywood.
Hollywood?
She's gonna be a movie star.
Catch your breath, Mary Elizabeth.
I ran all the way over.
Let me get you some water, child.
We'll pick this up where we left off, Renee.
Hollywood? Oh, how exciting. Did your parents kill her?
Mama cried, and Daddy yelled, and then they said she could go.
You're kidding.
Can you believe it? In 3 days, she gets to travel cross-country in a beat-up van with a couple of her girlfriends, and all they said was be back in 2 weeks.
That doesn't sound like your parents.
No, it doesn't. Except when it comes to me, of course. I can't even go to Atlantic City with my own grandmother just to protest a stupid beauty pageant. Not that there's anything wrong with what you're doing. Remind me again why you're doing it?
To make a statement, remember?
I'm gonna make a statement, too.
Reparations.
Never heard of him. I'm kidding. I'm well aware. Slavery of blacks in this country was a vicious crime.
A crime that has never been fully acknowledged as such, apologized for, or rectified in any way.
Why do you think that is?
Congress won't even touch it. Every year for the past 10 years, Representative John Conyers of Michigan has presented a reparations bill to Congress to try opening it to formal discussion. Gets shelved every time.
And that's why we're here. We would like to give you the opportunity of opening a discussion right here in Adams County.
Why would I want to do that?
Because you said it yourself, slavery was a crime. Restitution must be made.
I don't think he said the restitution part.
Why did you come to me first?
You're representative to Adams County, home of church bombings and civil rights marches. This is the perfect place to begin reparations for African Americans.
You're also chairman of the Civil Justice Committee, as goes Representative Crowley, so goes the committee.
I know my constituents. They're not that interested in reparations. If you'll excuse me, I have another appointment.
We're just asking for a few minutes of the committee's time, Mr. Crowley.
Not gonna happen.
It's just time. It won't cost you anything.
Only if you can prove to me that my constituents are genuinely interested in reparations, and quite frankly, I don't think you can. Good day, guys.
How can you charge me $300 for rose petals when 9 dozen roses only cost $180?
I mean, it's me.
Well, let me tell you something. Cancel the petals, send me another dozen, and I'll rip the heads off myself. Thank you. Listen, honey, I really love you, but promise me something. Don't ever get married again.
I promise. Listen, I need a favor.
Sure. Tea?
Oh, no, I don't have time.
Good, because I don't want you to. I don't have a second myself. Listen, the head of the sociology department over at the university has called my boss over at the paper. He'd seen my article about the slave cemetery thing, and he told my boss that it's really important that he talk to me. Tell me something. Do you think the school could sue me for fudging on the facts or something?
You fabricated the story?
Well, of course I didn't fabricate the story. I did interview a lot of people. I might have made a mistake. I'll forget it. What do you want?
Listen, I met with Representative Crowley, and he practically threw me out of his office. He told me that nobody's interested in reparations.
Well, that's because he didn't talk to me. I'm interested in reparations across the board.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel about handing over a $50,000 check to Michael Jordan?
Well, I think I'd feel better about handing a $50,000 check over to somebody, say, like a black single mother with 4 kids and 2 jobs, because she's really suffered from racism.
Michael Jordan has suffered from racism. And what about Emmett? He's biracial. Is he only entitled to half? And how many generations should this cover?
Boy, this is complicated.
Exactly. Which is why I need you to write a column. Now, Crowley won't give me the time of day until I can prove that his constituents are interested in reparations.
You want me to write a column for you?
Yes. You put in exactly what I just said, that you heard Crowley's constituents are not interested in reparations, and you want to know the truth.